The Assad regime does not like unexpected visitors in Der'a. We went in on a government trip. This is the town where the uprising started last March. A bust of the first President Assad dominates the office of Dera''s governor. Hafez al-Assad mastered Syria with a rule of iron. His son, President Bashar, still promises reform. But in adversity, he's using his father's methods. The governor, like Bashar, blamed a foreign conspiracy. If you had the consent of the people here to govern, why would it be necessary to have all these checkpoints, sandbags, guns, soldiers?
I'm
not saying they're all our supporters, he said. There are protesters and there are armed people. He said there are also those who kill for money and they use drugs. Gaddafi in Libya said that people using drugs were involved in the demonstrations there. I won't talk about Gaddafi, he said. We're in Der'a. On the streets, the people at this stall were well aware of the cameras and the government's security escort with us. No problems here, said the owner. Syria is in its worst crisis since independence in 1946. Der'a is still a troubled town. Almost a year after the arrest and torture of children led to the first big protests against President Assad. They were after prayers at the Omari Mosque. It's a symbol of the uprising, which is why the army is in control here now. A group of men called to us when they saw us and said, "Come up here, come and talk to us." But then I think they also saw that we were the group of secret policemen. They've disappeared. But then a man reappeared further up, gesturing, in full view of a position that locals said had been used by regime snipers. Our escort stayed back so they gained confidence. The army, the secret police, they're killing us. This is a street full of martyrs. Come see for yourself. He's saying that there are security men, there are army all over the place. The Assad gangs are killing people, he said. They'll break into our houses and arrest us after you've gone. They said 18 had been killed in their street in 10 months of the uprising. That's a portrait of her 13-year-old brother, who they said had been shot by the security forces. Here and across the country, neither side has been beaten, and for now, neither can win. Unless there's a political deal, Syria will continue its slide into civil war. Jeremy Bowen, BBC News, Der'a.